look at the numbers. Tourism in Dubai is growing and doesn't have any sign of slowdown. It's a very attractive place to be as a tourist, and the short-term rentals are something a lot of people are getting very rich on. Hello and welcome to your weekly news dump. My name is Artem, I'm CEO of Akord Properties, and this is your weekly news dump where I talk about Dubai's real estate. I talk about anything else that I found interesting this week. And please like this video, subscribe, and press the bell icon. That really helps us. And let's get into the news. So this week was kind of hectic, and actually the last couple of weeks were kind of hectic and busy. Hence I missed an upload. It was obviously Ramadan, but I've been doing a lot of office stuff and office work, and a lot of life stuff is going by, relative visits, all the things are adding up. Otherwise, Ramadan is almost over. It will be over tomorrow as of me filming it on Saturday, and Of course, Eid al-Fitr this year will be the whole week. So we're losing the whole week of office work, which means more work for me.
This is the worst.
Brilliant, right? Amazing. Can't wait. We're still open. We're still working with inquiries. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to assist. On the other hand, the market is going the same. Really, the boom era is over, and the market doesn't need really a weekly update regarding the state of the market. Now it's more of a quarterly kind of pace, and more on that later today. But yeah, we're working, market's living, it's okay. We're starting off with a bit of rumor more than news. So what's on? Dubai says that they've seen, and there have been reports of the Dubai Eye operating again and spinning again. It was some kind of a test run. Maybe for maintenance reasons they had to spin it up. We don't really know. But what it might suggest for what's on Dubai and what they assume it is the Dubai Eye is preparing to be relaunched. As we know, for previous Ramadan, it was closed down and it never reopened due to technical difficulties and need for improvements. What's going on is it was built not quite to the standard it should be, and it's not as reliable and as stable as the Dubai government wants it to be. What I think has happened is they've done all the right improvement works potentially, and they possibly are launching it. Although honestly, every month I hear the new rumors, and sometimes it's it's going to be demolished. They're going to build a high rise. Sometimes they're just going to leave it like that, like a huge screen. Sometimes, like this week, they're talking about relaunching it. There's no official statement. It's not an official info, so make of it what you will. But it would be nice if it does reopen. I will be there queuing up. I hope they offer, like the London Eye, they offer champagne lounge experience, because I would rather go for that. The next one is, how can you invest in Dubai's property market with 500 dirhams? Well, you can't. On to the next news. So let's dive into some numbers, and let's dive into a news article by Arabian Business talking about the Q1 numbers for Dubai real estate. The numbers are in, and it's a sustained interest, right? The market is growing at a reasonable pace, the one you would expect. What we see as a big trend is quite a significant change in the proportion of secondary to primary, right? Secondary to off-plan. So with secondary market, we have an increase in share from 19,600 to transactions. That's coming from 15,000 the same period last year, and it's rising to 54% from 48. This is quite significant rise as far as any market goes, and that's what it is. It's simply by transaction amount. Now we can tell confidently the secondary market is leading, and that's because the market is smarter and they know what they're doing, and secondary is a better investment choice for many. Not for everyone, but for many. We still sell off plan, and we make off plan happen and make it great for people, but you got to be very selective and very smart. Where with secondary, your math and your evaluation is much simpler. And if you want more flexibility with your options and more flexibility with your investment and easier entrance and exit, secondary is the one to go for, where off-plan is great for high risk but very high return investments, which are very sophisticated, which use financing, which use your cash flow. They are a smarter investment strategy if they are successful. And once again, I'll remind you, not everybody wins on off-plan. Don't listen to the cliche ads saying everybody makes money on it. People lose money on off-plan. I've seen that happen. I had to help people minimize their loss when that happened many times. On the secondary, I've seen people not gain as much money as they would want. I'm yet to see somebody to lose on Dubai's secondary market. On to the next news. So next in the news is still Arabian business. They're on a roll this week, actually. Shout out to absolutely incredible publication. They are not paywalling me, first of all, and second of all, providing some actual analytics and some actual numbers. In January and February, Dubai welcomed 3.67 million tourists. Honestly, usually the first number is relevant, the first number is super relevant. Guess what? Most of those tourists don't stay in a hotel. Most of those tourists go to Airbnb, they go to booking.com, they go to short-term rent. Short-term rent in Dubai is an incredible market to be in, and that's what I was talking about. The tourists are growing no matter how fast the real estate market is growing. Tourist-relevant areas where you can rent short-term will be a moneymaker no matter what. If invested correctly in the right property and marketed correctly, you will be making more and more and more money, especially in those months, in the winter months, on this real estate. But you should understand that short-term rent in the summer is much slower, and don't expect to get those crazy incomes year-round. It is very unstable, very seasonal income, but on average, altogether, a year, you would still expect to make anywhere between 8 and 12% ROI on your property investment. If your real estate is valuable, if you got a good deal, if you worked with the right brokers, and that's us. Once again, I mean, look at the numbers. Tourism in Dubai is growing and doesn't have any sign of slowdown. It's a very attractive place to be as a tourist, and the short-term rentals are something a lot of people are getting very rich on. And I applaud to them, and I think it's great what they're doing. And I'm currently in the process of probably doing that myself as well. On to the next news. So next in the articles today is 36-hour waits and the queues to the new project launches off-plan. And I already mentioned that off-plan is not for everyone, really. But on the right stuff off-plan really performs. And all those queues, they usually picture people in front of Coca-Cola Arena. Because that's where Mirage launches are. And guess what? Miraz is very rarely launching something that will not perform. I don't believe Miraz has any launch where early investors are not happy with. If you look, though, into how it's distributed, how that works, quite frankly, all those people queuing up, all your brokers showing you how they queue for this launch for their clients, for you as a client, it's just a little show, right? At the end of the day, if you really need those launches, which are super limited, you got to be a good client with Miraz. You got to be a very good client with Miraz, or you have to have a broker who has good relationship and right sales manager with Miraz. And as they mentioned right now, they opt for digital queues. And digital queues, it doesn't matter how long you queue, you can, just register and wait for your token. It's like online drops with streetwear, right? It's a very similar system, which I don't know if it's relevant as well, but there are two systems. There's this online drop where you hope you're going to get your Yeezys of the real estate, right? Or otherwise, it's more like a Porsche GT3. You better own a half a dozen Cayennes and Macans and possibly the Taycans before you can get your GT3 RS, right? That's the way it works. Here it's the same. The first picks are for platinum and gold clients, the best clients the developer has. And for the best brokerages, best performing, the ones who have relationship with correct managers within the developer who are able to catch those deals quickly and act efficiently. And it's about preparation. Honestly, if you're with competent broker like us and you know well in advance that you want to go into the next launch which falls under certain category and certain parameters, and you know your budget solidly, you're not calling retroactively, you're calling proactively and talking with brokers, you have the best chance out of all those people to secure your unit, right? And this is a trick for off plan. You need to establish a relationship with your brokerage before you actually see any launches. Go and get yourself a good salesperson, a good broker. You can do it with us once again. You can do it with someone else if you don't like us. It's fine. I'm not offended at all.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I'm actually offended, but oh well. And with those launches, when they happen, when they pre-announced, they have expression of interest within hours, right? And when the broker sends the developer client's EOI with a check hour after announcement, guess what? They're pretty confident you're a good investor who's going to hold on to it, who really wants it, and who's going to follow through on payments. They're pretty confident you'll be the right guy to sell it to and the least risky guy to sell it to. And guess what? You're likely to get it. So all those queues, first of all, they're dying out. Now people are only queuing for the best stuff, and this will never go away. The queues are now digitalized mostly, so people queuing in front of the office are either stupid or trying to show off. And very simply put, no matter how you queue digitally or what, unless you prepared for the launch before it been announced, you're not getting it. Simple as that. On to the next news. And last, we're going back to something very deliberately less serious. Of course, since the last recording, we had a 1st of April, and some brands came out with incredible pranks and good jokes on Dubai market as well. And one of the most established brands of Dubai and United Arab Emirates, the Emirates, as in the Emirates Airlines, came out with their own joke, poking fun at us, poking fun at real estate people, announcing their own Emirates residences. And quite honestly, I immediately seen it as a a bit of a joke because, I mean, they do have an airplane runway running as a console of the building. Instead of like a park or anything as a public area, they have a runway, right? And I'm pretty sure landing airplanes onto residential buildings doesn't end well, right? It's a hilarious joke. It puts a little bit of a joke onto how in Dubai now everybody has a branded residence. I'm waiting for Hot Wheels to have one. Well, you know what? Actually, if Hot Wheels have good parking, Hot Wheels styled, I'm in. I'm all in, actually. This is a great idea. Hot Wheels, hit me up. I can make it happen for you. Anyway, yeah, Emirates came out with their branded residences on April the 1st. The concept art is absolutely unhinged. I absolutely love that joke. Quite honestly, Dubai real estate market, quite deserving of being taken a piss off a little. And you know what? Good on them. I taking my hat off. Got us, right? You got us. And this is all for the news. Thank you for sticking around for the full length of the video. That really helps us. It really lets YouTube know we're doing the right thing. It really lets us know we're doing the right thing and showing the things people actually want to watch. And if you watched the whole video and you liked it, please leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a comment why. And subscribe to us to see more videos. Press the bell icon to know when we upload next. We have much more in the pipeline. A lot of interesting stuff. So thank you for watching and see you next week.